Okay guys, we made it. For some reason our program made us stay in a fucking hotel last night. So we moved in today. So I'm gonna give you a tour. Okay, we had to haul up our shit from down there. This is her. You walk in, you see Juliet rotting. And over here, we haven't met who's living in here. It's also a little mishap. I'm not gonna get into it. Hi, future Kylie here. I'm editing this while enjoying a glass of wine, so ignore my teeth. Every time I drink red wine, my teeth get like this in like my lip, but basically, if you care, I never really explained like the roommate situation, but basically the program I went through, they have people like coming in and out of the apartment, especially in the summer, because the programs are like, they have all sorts of programs. So, and basically what the mishap was is Juliet was supposed to be in that room because she got like a private, but it ended up like she wasn't a private, so that was the mishap we were talking about. But basically, a few weeks later, this lovely girl, Julian, moved in, and she was only there for like 2 weeks. She was so sweet. And then after that, Ella and Reagan moved in, and I love them so much. And also, the room I'm about to show, I actually ended up switching into Juliet's room. And me and her shared for like a day, and then I had the room to myself. So I pretty much always had a single room, which was beautiful. And we all, honestly, in my apartment had single rooms. So yeah, if you care, probably not, but... that's the hats. We have a balcony. We have AC going, so I gotta be quick. But yeah. Okay, balcony. Oh, what's going on over there? Balcony vibe. I love it here. I never want to leave. Here. I don't know how to work this, but yes. Okay, come up these stairs. This bathroom, we're not using this bathroom. So we actually did end up using this bathroom because it was way bigger. And we're giving this to whoever roommate comes. Because we're sorry. There's a shit stain and it smells like doo-doo in here. So, yeah. Then you walk this way. This is Juliet's room. I'm just gonna show. No, you're good. Her room. And she paid for a private. That's the mishap. She paid for a private. So we're confused why she's in this room when that one's a private, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. So this is her room. I'll turn off her light for her. And then got a washer. And then this is our bathroom. We just went to the store and got soap and whatnot. Yes. And then, ta-da, my room. I also don't know if I'm having a roommate or not. It shows no name, so possibly someone could move in, but it's really nice. Like, there's a lot of, it's probably because there's 2 people, but if no one moves in, this would be really nice, because I'm gonna be shopping a lot. I don't know what's in here. Okay, yeah, this is really nice. Oh, view. Let's view. Oh. This is the view. Nice wall. I think that's someone's like little backyard, so. But yeah, I chose it. The bed is honestly like really comfy. I'm excited. And oh yeah, if I want to read at night. So cute. So, and there's like drawers. We made it. Let the fun begin. And we went out last night. Yeah, we're not doing well. Catch you later. Guys, We found a pho place, or she found it because her friend has been here and Pho's my hangover food. So it's gonna be here like every day, like actually. So. Guys, but what is this place called? Paradismo. It's like a really cool fucking restaurant and it's really popular and it's usually hard to get into, but we made it in. It's our first day of classes. Well, actually it's orientation. First day of classes are tomorrow, but we're going to the university for the first time today. Sir, be on the plane. Yeah. So beautiful. Okay, so that orientation was like low-key pointless because we had like an orientation thing already with our program when we first got here. The night we stayed at a hotel and we had no idea we were staying at a hotel. And literally everything they told us, they just told us in there. So it's kind of pointless, but like I'm glad we got to come and like see the university and like see where classrooms are at and shit. So we go to a cafe right now, plan some trips, and then what's the rooftop bar called?
It's like called the church's like name, which I don't know how to fucking pronounce.
We're going to some cool bar after that opens at noon. So we tried to go to this rooftop bar that overlooks the church, but you have to make a fucking reservation.
They're reserved for like a week and a half.
This is insane. And it's fucking, that's beautiful. Hey vlog. Okay, this is me in the future. Just came back from Blanes. And now I'm getting ready to go to the club. Low-key don't have a lot of time, so we need to make this speedy quick. I haven't had time to come on here to talk about my solo travel and then also talk about my first week here in, I don't have pants on, hopefully you can see, my first week here in Barcelona and starting school and whatnot. So this is me in the future. You're gonna see this trip from Blanes in the next video. I love solo traveling. It's definitely something I want to do again, and I feel like I knew I was gonna love solo traveling. I feel like I'm pretty independent for the most part, but like I'm definitely not like the most like independent person. So I was like really proud of myself for doing that, and I was like really nervous. I mean, like I've never even like solo traveled in the United States. I mean, not like fully like going to a new state and like immersing myself into that state, or like being by myself and exploring, like no, like I have not done that. So like I was really nervous at first because one, I've never been to Europe and it's just so different. So I'm like, yeah. But honestly, I think everyone needs to fucking do it. It was the best experience and I need to make time for it again. Well, I think after undergrad, I definitely, also if you can hear the washer, I'm really, really sorry. And I think I just discovered how independent I truly can be. And I think, you know, I've never really had time to like sit and really be with myself. If that makes sense? Like, yeah, like I have alone time, but like my alone time, I'm like reading, I'm like on my phone, to be honest. Like I don't know, I'm with friends, like I don't know, like I enjoy also having my alone time with friends, like if it's like my good friend and it's like, I don't feel like, I mean all my friends honestly, I don't feel like I need, like I don't know, I'm a very social person, like people don't really drain my battery, like hanging out with people kind of recharges. So I guess I just like have never really had time to really just like sit like with my I'm like, this is not looking good so far, my eyebrows. It's like scaring me. It's looking like how I did them in 8th grade almost. I feel like I've never really been able to like sit with myself. And I don't know, I just loved it. I think I learned I really like being by myself because I think like in high school, like I don't know, with my mental health, I don't know how to describe it. I think I used to be like afraid being alone and afraid being with myself because I didn't really want to have to deal with what I knew I had to deal with. Obviously, like I'm in therapy and I do help myself and I'm very like am aware and like do help myself, but of course there's still a lot more learning I have, a lot more growing I have, but I feel like I'm proud of myself for like being able to like sit with myself, and I've never been able to do it. But I think before, like I think even why I was kind of nervous going is because like I used to like not know really how to sit with myself, and like when I get sad I'll go with my friends or like, you know, and so if I got sad while solo traveling, because you know life still happens even if you're in a beautiful country, and I don't know how to describe what I'm saying. Like I think I was also, it's just kind of a scary thing, you know, if you haven't done it, and I didn't really think about it until I solo traveled, that I've never really sat with myself. And then once I did solo travel, I was like, wow, like, you know, like if I do get sad, like I have to have myself, and like I did what I needed to do, but also like I'm in another country and exploring, and it's just like so amazing. And like I'm just really proud that I'm really proud that like I really honestly like immersed myself in the culture. I feel like I didn't really follow a lot of TikToks. Like of course I did, and I did like the touristy things that like I had to do, like but I feel like I really immersed myself in the sense of just kind of like walking around, seeing what looks cool. Of course I took recommendations from my friends and went there, but I think like I also like just like walked around, saw what foods look good, went to shops, like really like immersed myself. And like also like I'm really proud of how social I am as a person, because like every night at dinner, not like every night at dinner, but most nights at dinner I feel like I like started up a conversation, and they started up a conversation with me. Like I met this really nice couple, and you know, like it made me feel good because they're like, wow, like go you for like solo traveling. Oh, and then I met these really nice people from London, and they gave me recommendations because me and my mom are going to London when she comes and visits, so they gave me like great recommendations. And it's just like, I mean, like even the French, when they're like, oh, where are you from, like what are you doing, Like, I don't know, like, I think I'm just really, really proud of myself. The story, love solo traveling. Definitely, like, I fell in love with it. I want to do it again, and I think I fell in love with myself a little more. Like, I obviously have had a lot of growth and a lot of self-growth, and I'm very proud, but of course, there is still more, and I know there's still more. The first week of me being here was just like and still the first almost second week, was really overwhelming, and I even told my mom, I was like, I low-key like solo traveling more, because obviously I'm studying abroad here, and I'm meeting new people and new roommates, and I honestly expected to love that more than solo traveling. I'm not saying I don't love it here. Honestly, it's like the same, but I think at first I was so overwhelmed with meeting everyone, just like I think I was so used to being alone, and then coming here and having to be so social again, like, and I was excited because I was like, damn, like I haven't really like I was social and I was solo traveling too. I think I was really overwhelmed, and I remember talking to my mom, and I was like, I low-key like want to go back to solo traveling. Like, I think I just really, really enjoy solo traveling, and I think I need to do it again. I think everyone needs to do it. And you know what? I love how I created an Instagram account. I love how I have like a travel diary that I've been, you know, like keeping track of, and I'm doing these vlogs for my video diaries, and like I love how I'm doing that because my mom told me that I inspired my Aunt Jen, which if you're watching this, I love you, and I'm so insanely happy that I even like inspired that, because I don't know, I think that makes me feel good that that's like people are actually not just enjoying this, like my family members, and seeing what I'm up to, but also like, I don't know, because she booked a trip, I think my mom said, to Japan by herself because I inspired her to solo travel. And I just think that's amazing. And I honestly think everyone needs to do it. And if like you don't enjoy it, then like at least you know that there's something about it. I'm low-key addicted to it. Also, I just like love traveling, and I love being able to do what I want to do, and like what foods I want to go eat, and like just doing whatever I want to do, planning, like, you know what I mean? Like, I just really, really, really enjoyed it, and I really, 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 really recommend it to anyone. My thoughts on solo traveling. Now I want to talk about my first week here in Barcelona. First got there, I got a hotel, spent the night alone, and then the next day I met at the hotel, and we ended up staying the night at the hotel for the first night. I met my roommate Juliet, and then I love all the girls I met, and then our neighbors Mila and Maddie, like I love them so much, and like a lot of people are here from SCSU, which I love because now I can like be friends with them when we go back, because like I didn't really know anyone coming besides Sierra, which she's gonna be here soon, but she's doing an internship here, so we're like not in the same program, and I just like honestly didn't know anyone coming here, and there's so many people around this area from SCSU, but like in my classes there's people from everywhere. But yeah, like I said, before school it was a little overwhelming, and honestly it kind of feels like freshman year of college again, because you're just meeting so many people, you're trying to be like best friends with everyone, you kind of figure out who you do like and who you don't like, and it's just like a lot. My best friend Ellie told me, she studied abroad in the fall, that to enjoy all the good and the bad. Like this is going to be a very transformational thing, and to enjoy the good and the bad. So even though those bad emotions I had, you know, I'm trying to enjoy, because this is just like what this whole process is and what I'm doing. The lifestyle here in Barcelona is fucking crazy, and I'm still catching up to it, or getting used to it. Like you're partying all the time, barely getting sleep, going to class, but it's all so fun, and there's adventures involved, Also, something I noticed while solo traveling is I just love the lifestyle in Europe, especially Spain, and France, honestly. Like, I don't, at least I noticed in France and Spain so far, is people really enjoy their life and value that life is meant to be lived. I feel like in America, how I grew up and just the culture in America is very much like work, 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 work. It's not really my ideal happiness. And I think something that I've also loved that I've noticed about here is how much people do value, you know, they still work hard, they still go to school, they still have a job, but they also value, you know, their time to relax, like especially in Spain, like siestas, which I found out is more in the south of Spain. Did I really just say south? And I am Barcelona's northeast. I'm really directionally challenged, and I also have been learning that while being here. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting in like I'm just like getting close with like girls, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. At first I was a little overwhelmed, but that's just a part of the experience. And also with my classes, I love my first class, but something about studying abroad and their schedule here that I'm not used to. I have classes Monday through Thursday from noon to 5 p.m. And technically, I am not getting any credit for these classes, which if you go to San Diego State University, our school literally gives us no help with going abroad, honestly gives you no help with anything. I feel like you kind of have to figure out everything on your own or from other students, like, and it's their fault because they overadmit so many students and we have such little faculty compared to students, which makes it very hard. And you know, with what is going on in the world right now too, like in education, like, but it's just been like that. And so if you know that, you know it's super frustrating. And something I found out about my program, kind of like when I was like not committed, but just like, well, kind of, they didn't make it too clear to me that I was literally not getting college credit. Like, I'm not getting college credit at all. Not going to my major, it's not going into any upper division electives, it's not changing my GPA. All it's doing is I'm taking like credits. So when I get back in the fall, 6 credits are going to be removed from the amount of credits I need to graduate, but it's not changing my GPA. Like I said, it's not going into any major requirements. It's kind of pointless, and they did not make that very clear. And everyone that's here from SCSU has also, we've all talked about it, and it's just like very, very frustrating. Because I say that because one, I mean, when I found out about it, I didn't care too much because like I more chose to do study abroad for the experience and like really immersing myself into a culture, and like taking like the classes I'm taking are like about culture and like Spanish civilization. So like, I mean, to me it wasn't a big deal because I just like felt like I was gonna get a lot out of this experience either way. But the reason I'm frustrated that it's like not changing my GPA is I'm doing way more work than I feel like I do at SCSU, and going to school much longer than I do at SCSU. So it's like, that part's just a little frustrating, and obviously it's a lot of money. So like if you go to SCSU, you 100% know what I'm talking about. And the frustration, but every school has its pros and cons. My classes, I love my first class. I have it with Mila, who's my neighbor, and she also is a San Diego State, and it's like a what is it called? Intercultural communication. And I met, like, I love everyone in my class. Like, we like have this little group, and one girl's from Brazil, and like she's so sweet, and like it's so cool talking about her and like her culture. And then one guy's like from South Dakota, and like obviously South Dakota is like different from California or Oregon, so it's just like interesting. It's interesting, and I love it. And I love that class because it's very like not sit down lecture. That's also something I love here, and how they do it in Europe, their classes are so much smaller, and you actually get to like talk, have conversations, and I just feel like that's such a better learning style, and you get to know your professor. As like in the United States, I have like 400 classes, and I mean, the only way a professor is really gonna know who I am is if I like am constantly going to like study or like office hours and stuff like that, and it's just not practical to like have group discussions and like whatnot. So that's something I really like. And then my second class is like Spanish civilization and culture. So I'm basically learning about Spanish history from the Spanish side, Abby from their POV, and learning how they got civilized, which is also so cool. And I'm so thankful for, because in America, I feel like we're only taught obviously the American perspective and just more about American history. Obviously, I was taught about some stuff about Spain and, you know, like educating yourself, but I don't know, it's just really cool. And I really like how it can be interactive, and like everyone in the class, like my classes are from like all over, and like it's just cool to like meet even new people. So everything is going well. So yeah, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed spending your time with me in Barcelona for a little bit, and this little TED Talk. But my makeup is pretty much done. The lighting is not giving it justice. Let's see. There's no good lighting anywhere. I still have to do my lippies, wipe off powder, setting powder. I love you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video.